Hey there, Life Classroom fam! Today I've got a story that's gonna make you think twice about taking people for granted. It's about love, loss, and that moment when you realize you've pushed someone too far, only to find out it's too late to get them back. This one's about Laura and Mike, two people who had it all, but let it slip away. Stick around, because the lesson here might just change how you see your own relationships. So picture this. Laura and Mike had been married for 6 years. In the beginning, they were that couple everyone admired, happy, in sync, and totally in love. But somewhere along the line, something changed. Laura started feeling bored. Maybe it was routine, maybe it was insecurity, but she started to pick at the little things. How Mike loaded the dishwasher, how he folded the towels, how he didn't text back fast enough. At first, they were just minor complaints, but over time, they became routine arguments. And every single time, Mike would apologize. He'd try to fix it. He'd try harder. But the thing is, Laura got used to it. She started using her words like weapons, especially one particular phrase. I want a divorce. Now, she didn't mean it, not really. But she loved the way Mike would panic, how he'd rush to make things right. It gave her a sense of control. She was so sure of his love, she never considered the idea that one day he might just let her go. And then it happened. One night, after yet another trivial fight, something about oat milk of all things, Laura crossed her arms and said it again. That's it, Mike. I want a divorce. But this time, Mike didn't fight. He didn't beg or plead. He just looked at her, eyes tired and voice calm, and said, "Okay." And that was it. He walked upstairs, packed a small bag, and left. No yelling, no drama, just quiet acceptance. Laura stood there, frozen. She waited for him to come back, to call or text, but the phone stayed silent. The next morning, she woke up expecting him to be on the couch or at least leave a note. Nothing. She called him. No answer. She texted. No reply. Days turned into weeks. And the silence weighed heavier than any fight they'd ever had. When she finally worked up the nerve to file for divorce, thinking it would force him to react, Mike just signed the papers without a second thought. No arguments, no requests, just his signature. It was like he'd been preparing for this long before she ever said the words. Laura never expected him to actually move on, but he did. A few months later, she found out Mike was dating someone new. And not just dating, he was happy, genuinely happy. And that's when it hit her. She'd pushed him too far, one too many times. Mike hadn't just walked away that night. He had let go a long time before. All those empty threats, all those power plays, they had cost her the one person who truly loved her. Now, here's the takeaway, my friends. Never take someone's patience and love for granted. You might think they'll always be there, but everyone has a breaking point. Don't wait until it's too late to realize what you had. Relationships are about respect, communication, and appreciation. If you keep pushing someone away, one day they might just stay gone. So if you've got someone in your life who's always there, who always forgives and tries to make it work, cherish them. Don't gamble with their loyalty. Thanks for listening.